Previously on Adequately Advanced Magic.
And the two of you slink on over to Valerie's desk.
I kind of try to stand in front of Kira to, block him from view, while also looking very official.
I check a drawer.
You open up the first drawer and you see that there's what appears to be a spare apartment key. Sentinel pulls up to what appears to be a garage, smack dab in the middle of two commercial buildings. Niklaus, however, though, you teleport into the middle of the street. From the doorway, you see Virginia and Galazar. Seirys, as you emerge from the pantry, you see that there's a note located on the kitchen counter that you just happened to miss before.
I just sort of casually, put my hand over the note and, slide it over to the end of the table and obtain the note and read the note.
A couple of seconds after you pick up the note, something weird starts to happen throughout the apartment. Music starts playing. You can literally feel yourself getting dumber.
Welcome to Falcon's Reach, a city in which magic is technology. You're listening to Adequately Advanced Magic.
A cacophonous, otherworldly music blares throughout Valerie's apartment. On the first floor in the living room, Niklaus, you find yourself half wrestling Virginia, was that correct? Didn't she have you, pinned to the ground or something?
Against the wall, I think? Or something like that. She had me pinned. But she had been letting go when we were talking.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Seirys, you have just finished reading this letter, and you've forgotten what letters are.
Oh dear.
On the second floor loft, Kirkir, you and Galazar stare confusedly at each other.
Okay.
You guys should probably come down here. Something weird just happened.
I believe Jim, or whatever his name is, was threatening me with something.
He had his shotgun out. He stops pointing it at you and he heads downstairs.
Herkir will follow him.
The music continues to play, and once again, everybody do a intelligence saving throw.
Oh god.
It's gonna go.
Good.
It's gonna be real good.
6.
I also got a 6.
16.
Does my intelligence go down even further, Joey?
1 second, let me roll for Galazar. Virginia fails. Galazar passes again, somehow.
Smartest one in the room.
Is now.
Yeah, so Niklaus passes, Virginia, Seirys, and Hirkir, the three of you fail, and Galazar also passes. For those of you who failed, your intelligence goes down again by 3, as does your charisma.
Wait, so that's on top of the original fail?
Yes.
Now I have semi-intelligence.
Wow.
This is the minimum score for intelligence for language development use. Seirys hungry and just starts eating cake with her bare hands.
Virginia heads over to where you are, Seirys, and joins you in eating cake. Not even cake, just the ingredients for cake.
Just eating flour and sugar and
yeah, you guys are covered in flour and just shoving sugar down your throats.
Yummy.
In doing so, Virginia sort of leaves your general area, Niklaus.
Niklaus is now very concerned because he has enough remaining intelligence to realize something very wrong is happening. And he realizes the paper was the cause of it. So he as he heads towards the paper to try to destroy it, he'll yell out to the guys that were upstairs saying, there was some type of trap. The paper, it's affecting us. We gotta destroy it.
Hirkir, what do you do?
I guess he's downstairs now, looking around confusedly. He's wondering why these people are eating ingredients to cake, He's not sure, like, why they would eat them individually, but he's not sort of inclined to stop them.
Seirys just shakes a bag of flour at Hirkir and says, "Want cake?
That's not cake?
Want cake. Cake." And I get flour everywhere, shaking it very vigorously in his general direction.
He's sort of looking around. He feels like he's forgotten something, but he's just really struggling to get his feet on the ground, as it were.
I start fighting with Virginia over the remaining cake ingredients.
Yeah, the two of you wrestle in cake ingredients.
My cake. No, you have.
Virginia's like, no, my cake.
Seirys cake.
Virginia cake.
Seirys cake.
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 Yeah, Niklaus is shaking his head and just trying to get to the paper.
Yeah, you have to step over both Virginia and Seirys, who are rolling around on the floor, and you grab the sheet of paper.
Just tries to rip it in half.
You rip it in half, but the music continues to keep playing.
From the broken halves or just around?
Do a perception check.
17.
Yeah, the music is coming from somewhere else, not the sheet of paper. You quickly deduce that the sheet of paper was probably the trigger for the trap, and that there's probably a second piece to it somewhere hidden in the apartment.
Okay, Niklaus will cast a spell.
Cast a spell.
Cast a spell. He's gonna cast Detect Magic.
Magic missile. Oh.
Which, that could work too.
I bump into him as he's casting the spell.
Yeah, you cast Detect Magic, and as is sort of usual in this day and age, the entire room lights up.
I'm looking for...
Detect technology.
I might have to meta here. I'm looking because I can determine the school of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. Would I be able to know what school this type of effect would be under? Would Niklaus know that?
Go ahead and do an Arcana check.
Try to avoid meta if I can. 7 + 4 is 11. I'm going to use a sorcery point to reroll an ability check. Unless 11 would have passed.
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll it.
Okay. Better. 17.
It would probably be closer to School of Enchantment.
So he focuses his attention on all of the magical sources in the area that are enchantment based to narrow down from all the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
And or he'll see if anything is tying it to the piece of paper, if there's any lingering connection.
Yeah. You cast Detect Magic and you see several places light up in the room, specifically looking for School of Enchantment spells. You see one in the nightstand next to her bed. You see one in a drawer in the living room next to the couch. And you see another one in the entertainment center.
Seirys starts throwing cake ingredients at Virginia. And everyone.
Virginia's gonna try and grapple you.
Oh no!
She rolls a 18.
Okay, let's see what I roll. This is the stuff people want to see.
Virginia and Seirys. Grappling, covered in flour and sugar and...
Seirys gets an 8.
Virginia does a Black Widow leggy roll over you and pins you to the floor. Meanwhile, with her free hand, she shovels more sugar into her face.
Seirys also has free hands and starts shoving sugar into her face as well. But also tries to, wiggle free.
Everybody do the intelligence saving throw again.
Oh boy.
Hey. 12 for Hirkir.
Be a 12 minus 3 for me, so that'll be a 9.
Be 18 for Niklaus.
Yet again, Niklaus and Galazar pass. Everybody else loses 2 intelligence and charisma.
I feel like I know where this is going.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
At this point, Virginia just starts growling at you, Seirys.
Let's see. So, with my -4 to intelligence, I now have animal intelligence. So I act on instinct. So I also start growling at Virginia.
Yeah, the two of you get onto all fours and just start growling at each other.
That's right, I can't use speech. Roar!
Hirkir, what are you doing?
He's getting away from the growling.
The second you take a
He's
step
like-
back, I immediately turn my head towards you.
Vision's based on movement.
Puts his hands over his ears and is just trying to get away from the growling, wrestling
I start raking my hands against
1.5
the floor.
person.
Which direction do you head?
Towards the garage door, which I think is the direct opposite from where the kitchen is, where they are.
Yeah, you head towards the garage door.
Is there an exit or anything that he can see, or is he just sort of, or a place next to somewhere where he could hide?
The door you see was shut after Galazar and Virginia came in.
Yeah, he can't open it.
I really like that level of confidence.
If it's a lever, he could maybe figure it out like a cat could, but other than that, I'm not sure he has the intelligence anymore.
Yeah, there's what intelligence are you at?
6, which is smart for an animal.
Yeah, there's a little nook next to the drawer in the living room that you can hide and squeeze yourself into.
He definitely does that.
Galazar sees that only Niklaus seems to be fully aware of what's going on, and he does a wave at you, and he's like, "What's going on?"
Niklaus is grabbing his head with the strain of resisting the ethereal music. He's like, "There's some type of music. It's causing everyone to act like this. It's affected me too, but not as much. We gotta find it. There's 3 places it might be coming from that I can see. It's the TV stand. There's one in the room over there that I don't know. The living room. It's a drawer, and then her nightstand. Can you check one of them?"
He does a wave that seems to say, "I'm going to go upstairs. You check the other 2."
Okay. Niklaus is got a pounding headache, and he tries to get to the living room drawer first. I really hope this goes away after they sleep, because if not, this will be hilarious.
Niklaus, you head over to the drawer, and what do?
I yank it open, and I start rifling for the source of that enchantment magic.
You start rifling through the drawer.
The drawer rifles back.
Oh god.
A gun comes out. But no. You find a zone of truth, Magitech.
And that's a enchantment school thing, right?
Correct.
Okay. He throws it in his pocket. He says, "I don't have time for this." And he stumbles his way towards the TV.
Upstairs, you hear some shuffling and a shotgun blast.
Oh god.
The whole building explodes.
Galazar had a shotgun with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
There's a trap going off Galazar's toast.
He's probably fine.
momentarily alarmed, and then he remembers back. Oh yes, okay. Galazar did have a shotgun with him. Okay.
Yeah, you hear the splintering of wood as the nightstand explodes into a billion splinters.
Oh, so it's not Galazar's head. He hasn't become very depressed.
Yeah, he didn't just off himself.
Unless he's made out of wood.
He did seem a little wooden.
And it's fine if my intelligence doesn't go back by level 19, it should be back to its normal stat.
The music continues, however.
No.
It's yakety sax.
What are the girls up to?
I think we're probably circling each other on
all
all
fours?
fours,
On all fours, like cats.
surrounding a single bag of flour.
Your hair is standing on edge for some reason.
It really is. I just am like, "Arr!"
Alright, one more intelligence saving throw.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Oh.
Ooh, lucky. 19 plus 1, 20.
6.
This would be good in normal circumstances, so that's an 18 minus 4, so 14.
Virginia fails.
Oh god.
Galazar passes again. He got a nat 20.
Way to go, Galazar.
Here, Seirys and Virginia, you guys lose another 1 intelligence.
Woo! And charisma?
My 14.
And charisma.
My 14 wasn't good enough.
It was close, but not good enough.
Hey, now I'm semi-intelligent.
Galazar runs down the stairs and signals to you, Niklaus, in a way that seems to say, "There's nothing up here, man."
One last place to check the TV stand.
Shoot it!
I now have vegetable intelligence, so
Wait, really? You hit 1?
yeah. So now I think I'm just lying on the floor.
Let's retcon that, because otherwise you're not going to do anything for the next, hour or so.
All right, I'll let you guys handle this episode. I'm gonna take 5.
You're gonna go make dinner.
Yeah, prep some burgers.
Yeah, let's leave you around animal / semi-intelligence, but we cut back to Galazar and Niklaus.
Yeah, we head towards the TV stand.
Yeah,
I do.
Galazar also heads towards the TV stand. What do you do?
I try to locate where that source of enchantment magic was coming from.
You start rummaging through the entertainment stand. Galazar joins you. Meanwhile, Hirkir, what are you doing?
Can he see where Niklaus and Galazar are rummaging through the TV stand?
Yeah.
It seems less traumatic, so he's curious, so he'll sort of crawl out towards them to see what they're doing.
You head over to Galazar and Niklaus, and they're both rummaging through this entertainment center.
It looks like fun. He wants to rummage through the entertainment center.
You start rummaging too, in an attempt to help.
Is an attempt to help? Who knows?
Meanwhile, Seirys and Virginia, what are you guys doing?
The sudden noise of all the rummaging makes my head pop up, and I start running on all fours to where the rest of my friends are, and we'll tackle this first one I see.
All right.
Rummage party.
Hirkir, you pull out a mysterious-looking metal box with a peculiar symbol on it, and both Galazar and you, Niklaus, realize this is the source of where the sound is. And just as Hirkir pulls it out of the entertainment center and raises it above his head...
Oh, he's definitely shaking it to see if he can hear something, too.
Yeah. Just as you're shaking it, Hirkir, out of nowhere, Seirys jumps out and tackles him to the floor.
The box goes fly straight up into the air. It's rotating. Everything goes slow motion.
And then it slides underneath the couch.
Hirkir goes, mine! And is trying to escape Seirys to go after it.
Meanwhile, Virginia has also chased after Seirys and happens to tackle Galazar. His shotgun goes flying up in the air.
Also slow motion.
Also slow motion.
I definitely grapple Hirkir, by the way. Or attempt to.
Do you want to roll for it?
Yes, of course I do. I gotta use the remaining stats I have.
I rolled a natural 20, so that's 21.
Say I dropped it. I also rolled a natural 20, so that is 26.
I'm glad we're getting these natural 20s out of the way now on each other.
Seirys, you managed to tackle Hirkir and bear hug him on the ground.
No!
Somehow you guys have managed to get the primate strength, but you're both leveled up the same way.
My other senses are enhanced.
Meanwhile, Galazar's shotgun is slow motion flying through the air. Niklaus, what do you do?
He reaches out his hand towards the shotgun and casts Mage Hand to catch it.
Your mage hand extends out and grabs the shotgun midair.
And then he puts it on a high shelf. Just so the kids don't get to it.
The kids being us.
Yeah. Once the shotgun is secure, you're will eye the box to see what happens.
Yeah, it's just underneath the couch now.
Then he'll go retrieve it.
Yeah. As you head over to the couch to retrieve the mysterious box, you suddenly feel eyes on you, and you see that Virginia is done jumping on Galazar, and she's turned her attention towards you.
I've also turned my attention towards him.
Yeah, both Seirys and Virginia look at you in some sort of animalistic anger. For no apparent reason, really.
No rage like animal rage.
Seeing their attention on me, it's I wasn't facing them, but then I had the hackles to the back of my neck raise up something's their primal instinct that something's watching you. That's a predator.
You're yes. Got that shotgun out of the way. Wait.
So turn around and see them looking at me on all fours. I'm oh. And then between him and the two women, but off to the offset a bit, he'll cast prestidigitation in the air to create a shower of sparks to hopefully distract them. They're multicolor, firework sparkler.
Joey, can I roll to whether or not I'm distracted by the sparks?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a... Go ahead and roll an intelligence check. Virginia will roll too.
Alright. Nat 20. So...
Nice.
It is a 16, though. Like, -4. It's a nat 20 -4. But that was the highest I could have rolled.
Yeah, you're able to determine that this is a distraction. Virginia runs in the direction of your sparkles. Seirys, however, does not, and lunges straight for you, Niklaus.
Niklaus attempts to dive under the couch. Starts army crawling towards the box.
Seirys, what are you doing in your animal form?
I attempt to grapple him.
Alright.
So that'll be athletics or acrobatics, right?
Correct. I leap in midair to
So you've ungrappled me and now
Yes.
leapt onto Niklaus.
Yeah.
Yes, there was a new source of noise.
You stopped moving, so she got their. It's like when the mouse and it plays dead, and the cat moves on to the next one. You rolled a 14.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a 22.
Now's the time for those rolls, huh?
Definitely wasn't during the saves.
So he does the sparkles, and I just keep staring at him as he does it.
Menacingly.
Yeah, menacingly. And then when he does it, I get a little. I'm like, oh, that's an attack, and I slow motion in midair jump towards him to try to tackle him.
From your point of view, Niklaus, it's pretty terrifying, seeing as Seirys is actually quite large
Ah!
and very muscly.
They're about to say, and in charge.
She doesn't quite have the intelligence for that part just yet.
Through brute strength.
You're still holding the box, though.
So I was able to get a hold of the box.
Yeah.
Okay, well, were my arms included in the grapple? Because I tried to leap away. So is the grapple on my waist and my legs, or is it including my arms?
We can say Seirys is bear hugging you.
Okay.
Arms out.
Okay, arms free.
Yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't resist the wild animal that's grappling him, and instead takes a moment to examine the box to see if there's a way to deactivate it or...
I regain language for one moment, and I'm like, stop resisting.
It's just instinct.
Yeah, that's instinct.
Do an Arcana check.
19.
You can either dispel magic, the trap, or destroy it.
Okay, I did not have a dispel magic ability, so...
Galazar in the distance gets up next to Hirkir, and he makes a hand signal that seems to say, destroy it!
So I slam the box on the floor, or on whatever the nearest hard object is. If there's like a piece of metal nearby, that'd be preferable.
Alright, go ahead and do a dexterity check.
Dexterity check is... Ooh, nat 20.
Nice.
22.
Well, where did you chunk it at?
Nearest hard object. So there's a large piece of metal, marble.
We can just say the floor.
Okay.
Yeah. You chuck it at the floor! And it immediately bounces up and flies towards Hirkir's head. Go ahead and do a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Boing.
Natural 20.
Matrix dodge out of the way with your newfound animal instincts.
Animal instincts.
The box flies into the wall and smashes into a billion pieces.
Does the music stop?
And the music stops.
Hercule runs over to check out the pieces.
They're all shiny.
Yep.
Niklaus sags in relief. Hopefully that was the last of that. Are you guys okay?
Meanwhile, you're still being bear hugged by Seirys, and Seirys hasn't stopped bear hugging you.
Seirys, are you okay?
Guys!
Am I okay, Joey?
As the music dissipates, Seirys, you feel a marginal improvement in intelligence and charisma.
Okay.
Going up to...
So they're -10 right now.
7. We'll just say everything goes up by 5.
Okay.
Is that for everyone?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back to normal.
I'm almost back to normal.
A cloud lifts from Niklaus's mind as his super intelligence comes back.
Super intelligence.
Is this what it feels like to be normal?
Ooh, he shivers.
Oh, now I'm back to a healthy low intelligence. Why Seirys on top of Niklaus? Niklaus coming on to Seirys?
Niklaus, why am I talking like you? Oh my god. Is this still happening?
Oh no.
Niklaus grabs his head, is like, okay, no, I'm alright. Okay. Whew.
Is this contagious?
Oh no.
I said no. No means no. He's trying to talk to the level.
No!
So, are you gonna let me go now?
Why Seirys' tummy hurt?
Yeah, your ability to form long-term memories may have been affected by this as well.
What is longer-term memory?
Mm-hmm, right. Mm-hmm. You're a good girl, Seirys.
Oh, thank you. Seirys gets up.
Niklaus, brushes himself up, stands up. Everyone else back to normal. Looks like Seirys-ish.
Getting there.
Galazar will extend a hand to help you get up here, Kier.
Hercure accepts the assistance.
Yeah, he pulls you up. And then he runs over to check on Virginia, who, for some reason, has reached vegetable intelligence.
Oh, no coming
Seems
back
fine.
from that. Where's Hercure sitting on the scale?
I am average. I am functionally no different than at my best, but I'm not at my full figure.
Why Virginia no speak?
Too much cake.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Why Seirys covered in flour and chocolate?
Too much cake.
Ah, Niklaus smart. What do?
That is a great question, Seirys.
Thank you.
Hercure, how you feeling, man?
Weird. Pretty close to normal, I think. What happened?
There was some type of trap triggered by that letter that Seirys was reading in the kitchen, and that box was the source of it.
Huh. What was in the letter? Why would it be trapped?
It's a great question. Niklaus says to Hercure, I don't remember the whole thing, but it looked like it was from Valerie. It was in the kitchen. I ripped it in half. We can take a look at it. Niklaus goes and tries to tape together the letter.
It's just covered in flour and sugar and...
Yeah, it's a hot mess.
Chocolate smears.
Galazar picks up Virginia and moves her over to the couch. Meanwhile, Niklaus, you head over to the kitchen and you try to piece together this chocolate-stained letter.
I go over to Galazar and I extend a hand and I'm like, my name's Seirys.
He makes a hand sign that is like, hi.
I keep my hand extended, eagerly awaiting his return handshake.
He very quickly shakes your hand.
Nice meet you. Virginia, friend of yours?
Without making a sound, he makes another hand sign that is like, yeah.
Seirys no understand hand signs. Seirys goes and tries to shake Virginia awake.
Galazar is sort of like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
But with hand signs.
But without
This hand
but
sign
without
you
speaking.
understand. It's like
Yeah.
It's
just
a body
face.
language. Yeah.
And he's like, just let her rest a little bit. I'm sure this will wear off after a long rest.
No touching.
Oh,
No touching!
Seirys also tired. I sort of sit down next to Virginia.
Meanwhile, back in the kitchen, Niklaus, you piece together this letter.
Hercure, come take a look at this.
Hercure goes, takes a look at it.
I guess I will read it. Dear Seirys, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you for making it here. I hope you enjoy your stay. However, as per our previous conversation, I highly recommend that you don't try to stop me. My employer is the type to do anything to get what they want. It's better for me to be dirty if I'm still the cleanest one in the room. See you at brunch, Valerie.
Huh.
I wonder, the sign off, see you at brunch? Seems a little weird, right?
That is weird. It could mean something. Communicating something to Seirys.
Yeah, maybe they had a place that they would eat brunch at?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that we can get answers as long as Seirys is... He looks back toward Seirys.
So he's just like drooling.
Well, what time is it now? Niklaus looks out the nearby window, try to gauge the time. Or is there a clock? A magic clock?
Yeah, there's a magic clock. It's about mid-afternoon now.
We probably have until tomorrow at brunch time to perhaps, if it is a coded meeting message.
Yeah. I mean, the easiest thing would be if Seirys could tell us.
I saw Galazar over there. He signaled that a long rest might be able to get them on their feet again.
Okay. I mean, we've all been through a lot, it seems.
Yeah, I could use one myself.
As you look at the clock, Niklaus, a voice appears in your head, and it's actually sort of confusing for you, since you're used to hearing a lot of different voices. But this voice, it goes, ugh, is this working?
Niklaus initially ignores it as he does the other voices.
The voice continues. Niklaus, there's something going on at the plaza. I think you guys should hurry up and come back.
Do I recognize the voice?
You recognize the voice as Constance, and she continues for a little bit, and she's like, seems like there's been some sort of magitite leak or something. Anyways, the fire department, and then it like cuts off.
Because she ran out of words.
Yeah.
That's funny. Does Niklaus realize it's a sending, and that he can respond?
Yeah.
Okay, so Niklaus is like, Constance, I hear you just fine. We're gonna head back. Seirys is a bit incapacitated, but she will be with us. We're heading back now. Bye. Bye.
Until you run out of words.
Love you.
He'll turn to Herkir and Galzar. It's like, I just got a sending. Constance back at the plaza says there's some type of magitite leak and they need us to head back right away.
A magitite week.
Perhaps some type of sabotage.
Yeah.
Fortunately, some of our group is not quite in fighting shape.
No.
What do you think, Herkir? Should we...
We took her car here, right? So I don't know if she can call it back. How far away are we from our domicile?
I think we said at least like...
It's a ways, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe.
Galzar, did you guys have a vehicle?
Galazar signals that yes, he does. They did come here in a company vehicle. But he also asks, what do you know about Lillian?
I mean, I could explain everything to you, but wouldn't you rather I just explain it once to both you and Virginia rather than having to hear it secondhand?
Do a persuasion check.
My charisma's back. That's a 20 non-natural.
He rolled a 5. Galazar is like, yeah, checks out.
I will say that the issues they were dealing with at this plaza, they all lead back to Lillian. So it's possible that if you help us out with this, it might give you some leads.
He waves his hand as if to say, okay, but I need to know everything about this plaza.
Ooh, Seirys live at Plaza.
Speaking of that, Seirys, do you feel up to having your vehicle take us there?
Seirys drive?
Yes. All right, Galazar,
Yeah.
we'll talk in the car.
Galazar is like, nah, I'm going to drive.
Seirys drive?
You guys get in my car.
No, Seirys car.
He looks at Herkir and Niklaus as if like, are you serious?
And Niklaus puts his hand up on his mouth so that Seirys can't see him and says, mouths the words, "It's a self-driving car."
Go ahead and do another persuasion check for this one.
19.
He rolled a 21.
Oof.
Galazar balks, and he says, we're taking the company car, in hand signs.
He's so assertive with his gestures. Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay, Seirys go in dumb old company car.
Have your car follow us so we don't lose it.
Seirys try.
Galazar picks up Virginia and heads towards the entrance. It actually takes him a little while to figure out how to open the door. He has to search around for a while to figure out that there's a switch to lift up the garage door from the inside, but then he heads out.
Actually, Joey, can you give a rundown of whose intelligence is normal and whose isn't? I'm a little confused.
Yeah, so Virginia, for whatever reason, did not recover.
Okay.
Or either that or she's just asleep.
Okay.
So she would either be at 7 or 1. Seirys, you're at 7,
Okay.
having regained 5, which is very intelligent animal.
It's a sweet spot.
A limited vocabulary and a general lack of knowledge.
All right. Sounds good.
I think for Herkir at net, he only lost 1, so he's at 10?
I'm at 10
11?
instead of 11. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Somehow Niklaus made it out unscathed.
Nice.
So he is at, what are you at?
My intelligence is at 16.
Yeah, so that's highly intelligence. Really, Seirys, you're the only one who's
Okay. So I was confused.
different.
Alright, I was confused about Galazar, but I guess he's normal.
He never failed.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Galazar never failed,
Oh.
somehow.
Okay. So basically everybody is at relatively normal aside from me and Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, Galazar heads outside.
Are we going?
Yeah.
Herkir reluctantly follows.
Seirys, for a hot second, you're distracted by all the sugar.
Oh, no. Maybe. No, Seirys' tummy hurts.
One more handful.
I just gotta get my fix. Seirys' tummy hurts too much. And Seirys dejectedly leaves the kitchen.
Outside, you see yet another levitating, magical fantasy Land Rover.
The group piles in.
Fantasy Land Rover.
Galzar puts a comatose Virginia in the passenger seat, and the three of you crowd into the back.
It's a tight squeeze.
Galzar gets into the driver's seat, and then he turns around to look at you guys, and he does a hand signal that's like, so where are we going?
The plaza. Hercule says that like that answers everything.
Niklaus remembers immediately, but Roy has to look it up.
I think it's Willow Bend Plaza or something like that.
Yes. Willow Bend Plaza.
That's actually two different plazas.
There's one in the northwest and one in the northeast.
He's like, okay. And he starts driving.
That's the 555 Artoria Street, right?
Yeah.
Several times throughout the car ride, Seirys is like tapping on Galzar's shoulder and saying, "Are we there yet?"
Oh god.
He waves his hand aggressively and is like, no.
Aww.
A couple of minutes pass, and as Galzar is driving through the street, everybody in the back do a perception check.
17.
14.
6.
Are you rolling a d20 there, Mitchell?
I am rolling a d20, actually.
You rolled all the double digits out of it earlier.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Here, as you look out the window, there's a moment where it's like the scene from Umbrella Academy that is also a meme.
Sure.
One of the characters is driving a car, and then another character is driving a car, and they coincidentally happen to pass each other. Yeah, so you take like a hard look at this car that is heading in the opposite direction, and the driver of that car looks back at you.
Our eyes meet.
Your eyes meet, and it's Valerie.
Hercule's like, that's Valerie! He's like pointing into the window at the car that just went by. What kind of car is it?
It's a fantasy Audi.
Fantasy Audi. Of course she drives an Audi. Of course she does.
At least it's not a BMW, right?
Yeah, a tier below.
She zooms off.
Best friend Valerie?
Yes.
We should go to after her.
We gotta figure out what's going on at the plaza.
But that's Valerie. Guys, it's Valerie. My best friend.
We can split up. Just kidding.
We only have the one vehicle.
No, we have the other car.
Oh, okay.
Seirys waves at Valerie. If she still can.
No, she's gone now.
Okay.
Seems like it was an emergency at the plaza. Constance seemed really urgent, and they've never reached out to us that way before.
Yep, that is my feeling as well.
Besides, I don't know if we can confront Valerie with our group diminished as it is. I say we go to the apartments.
Oh, Seirys liked the plaza.
Okay, so we allow Galzar to continue on.
Galzar pulls into the front of the plaza, and you see that there's a bit of a crowd outside its gates.
Is there anything obviously on fire?
Nothing is on fire at the moment.
Well, we're here to change that.
Key word. There's one or two fire department, FRFD vehicles outside, but notably there's no police for whatever reason.
Except for right now.
Yeah. Galzar pulls to a stop. What do you guys do?
Pile out.
Pop out.
Yep, I get out.
Do we see anyone?
Go ahead and do a perception check.
15.
Yeah. You take a look around in the crowd, and it's a mix of passersby and what appears to be most of the residents of the plaza. In the crowd, you see Vince, you also see Rourke, and you also see Constance.
Okay. I'll point out Constance and say, there's Constance, and sort of head over to see what's up.
Are they all near each other?
They're a bit of a distance away. They're not all
Grouped up.
together. Yeah.
They haven't clumped up.
Yeah, they're not all that close to each other. But those are the people that you recognize with a 15 perception check.
Niklaus will, before we're like trying to maneuver through this crowd, create a psychic connection with Hercure. It's like Hercure, we'll use this to communicate in case we get separated.
Sounds good.
Should we both go talk to Constance, or should I go check with Vince and split up?
I don't know. I mean, I figure we should talk to Constance first, and then might have an idea of what to do.
Okay.
Seriously, you're still there, by the way.
Yeah, I'm
You're not exactly sure why you're here.
Ooh, exciting. Concert going on?
No, we don't really know what's going on. We're trying to find out.
We're gonna go say hi to Constance.
Oh, Seirys likes Constance.
Yep, she's right over there. Let's go.
Seirys just yells, "Hi, Constance!" and tries to barrel through everybody.
You barrel through the crowd.
Niklaus takes advantage and follows behind a ambulance.
Yep.
Creating creating a very neat pathway for both Hercure and Niklaus.
We ride the wake.
Yep.
The three of you reach Constance, and she's like, you guys made it.
Constance, Seirys' tummy hurt. Seirys ate too much cake.
She immediately turns towards Niklaus and Hercure, and she says, is she okay?
We underwent some type of attack that may have reduced our intelligence. We were okay now, but she's taking a little longer to get back on her feet.
Seirys gives Constance a big bear hug.
Constance goes like, eh.
Constance. What do?
Constance says, could you put me down real fast?
Seirys will put you down real fast. And I drop her.
Yeah, she lands on her butt. She gets up and she has... How about Hercure and Niklaus do an insight check?
Insight. 21.
It's a nat 1. Cool.
Hercure, you notice that Constance sort of does this thing where she tries to play everything off real cool, usually.
Mm-hmm.
And she's still trying to do that now, but there's an undercurrent of anxiousness.
Where's Audrey?
Constance says, well, let me explain. Maybe 15 minutes or so ago, it seems like somebody called in a magitite leak. And you know how those things go. There can be very large explosions.
Yes, I totally know that.
Of course.
Well, the fire department came and they evacuated most of us, but they don't seem to really want to go in, and, Audrey, she thinks she knows everything.
So she's in there now?
Yeah, she said she would just go in and fix it.
That sounds like Audrey. Alright, best try and find her then, I think, right?
Did she say where she was gonna go? Like where the leak was?
No, the thing is I don't know where the leak is.
Allegedly.
Or if there is a leak.
Sounds like something someone would have done to get people out of the building for nefarious purposes.
Bad people do this?
Yes, Seirys.
Then Seirys punish. And Seirys starts walking towards the building.
Punish.
No!
Constance, where's Gopsu?
I saw him a couple of minutes ago. I think he's around here somewhere.
Okay, he's not inside.
Yeah, he's just so small, it's hard to keep track of him sometimes.
But we can't leave her in there. It's dangerous.
Yep, we gotta help and figure out what's going on here.
Constance, see if you can get a hold of Gopsu. Make sure you can find him. Be safe.
Okay.
We'll make sure that Audrey gets out.
Okay, thanks.
Hercule, should we talk to Vince? Maybe he knows where the leak is. Maybe that's even where Annette is, because I didn't see her either.
Okay. If you think more information could be good.
Seirys, come back.
Seirys turns around. Niklaus wants Seirys?
Come over here. Come. He waves over.
Like a dog. Okay. Seirys barrels through everybody to get back to them.
I'm picturing people flying into the air in the wake.
Seirys just has a big smile on her face as she runs over to you.
We're gonna talk to Vince and then we're gonna go inside.
Friend Vince?
Yeah. Didn't you see him somewhere, Hercule?
Yeah, I sort of point to the general location of where I saw Vince.
Oh, do you think we should just head in?
Can I see Vince again, Joey?
Yeah, you still remember his rough location. When you did see him, though, he seemed to be trying to move around and find someone.
Okay. He might have been looking for Annette or someone at the time, though, so he might not still be there. Might be better to just go in and see if we can figure out what's going on here.
Seirys screams Vince's name.
This won't get old.
Vince! Vince!
Alright, go ahead and do a performance check.
Okay. Performance. 20.
Wow.
In the distance, you hear a voice go, "Who is it?"
I start barreling in that direction.
"Come over here."
Seirys, come to you.
Hercule looks at Niklaus and is just like, I guess we found him.
Yep. Let's go before she gets away from us.
Follow the trail of destruction.
The three of you barrel over the Vince, who has apparently located Annette.
Good. Okay, Vince, what's going on here?
He says, "Seems like someone reported a magitech leak, but me and Annette check for that all the time, so they can't be true.
Uh-huh.
I did see someone suspicious from Falcoco today, wearing a Falcoco uniform.
Uh-huh.
Whereabouts did you see them?
I saw them in the central plaza. I don't know if they went into any stores or anything." The three of you take a look at Vince and Annette seems to be holding something in her hands. For the first time, you see that she's shook.
Is she okay?
Vince says, "Well, we also got this note."
Uh-huh. What's it say?
Vince gently takes the note from Annette and hands it to you guys, and the note itself only says 3 words. Here, as you reach down and you open it up, it says, "Sell the plaza."
And did you find this note in your apartment or something?
Yeah, it's just pinned on our door.
Well, Constance let us know that Audrey's inside. We need to go get her.
Vince looks at you as if he wants to stop you, but he sees the determination in your eyes, and all he says is, "Okay."
Seirys will put her hand on Annette's shoulder and say in the most calming voice that she can, "Seirys, fix."
Annette just says, "Okay, I just don't want anybody to get hurt."
Seirys, no make promises.
None of the good guys will get hurt.
All right, Sarah, it's time to go inside.
Let's do it.
Seirys, fix. And starts walking towards the building, or the plaza. Seirys will stand in front of Hercule and Niklaus, and will turn towards them and put one hand each on each of their shoulders, and will just say, "Seirys, protect," and then casts aid on them, which will
Wow.
increase their hit point maximum and current hit points by 5 for 8 hours.
Wow.
And mine as well.
I did it.
We did it.
We did D&D.
We indeed.
The three of you attempt to enter the plaza, and you're immediately stopped by some of the fire people. A rather tall, lanky elf firefighter stops you, and he says, "Hey, you can't go in there.
Why not? You're not
It's
going
dangerous. That's why we're not going in there."
in there. Isn't it your job to address the dangerous thing?
Well, the Falcoco people are supposed to send people.
Mm-hmm.
We only put out fires, we don't deal with the magitite nonsense. In any case, you're gonna have to stay here. You can't go back inside.
We'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Seirys points at her, cake-stained police officer uniform and says, "Seirys can go inside."
That is correct. She is a Falcon's Reach Police Department officer.
The fireman looks at the trio of you disbelievingly. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. Just a normal persuasion check, actually. We're going to say with the cake stains and the somewhat incomprehensible speech, it would be disadvantaged, but Niklaus is helping you.
Okay. I'm going to use a channel divinity.
Do it.
And I'll be the emissary of peace, which means I get to boost this by an additional +5.
Nice.
Seirys' inward voice says, "Seirys need go in." Okay. So that will be 23.
The elvish fireman says, okay, I didn't realize you were part of the police.
Seirys forgive you.
Okay, be careful though, it could explode at any moment.
Seirys doesn't afraid of anything. It starts pushing past him.
As we step with her, I put my hand on his shoulder and was like, "Don't worry, anything that happens in there is on us, not on you."
Okay. The three of you start heading inside the plaza. Where do you start?
Is there any evidence of anything untoward?
There's nothing that you can see from the sort of central plaza area.
I just start screaming Audrey's name. Audrey! Your best.
You're about to murder her.
Come out wherever you
I was expecting to come out to play.
come out and play. Your best friend Seirys is here to kill you.
Oh god.
Oh god. While Seirys is doing that, Niklaus is
Seirys
thinking to
actually
himself.
doesn't.
Oh god. Niklaus is thinking to himself where the magitite generators in this type of plaza would be.
Go ahead and do a Arcana check.
Not as good. That's 6 plus 6, 12.
You're one of those people who's pretty smart but never does their own home improvement stuff.
Checks out.
So you're not particularly sure where the magitite lines would lead or whether this one uses a centralized system or a distributed one. Meanwhile, Seirys, go ahead and roll another performance check.
That one's not as good. That's a 5.
Yeah, there's no answer.
Well, Seirys tried everything.
I have an idea. Just bear with me for a minute. I'm gonna try sending her a message, and Niklaus will cast a 3rd level spell, Sending,
Talk to Audrey.
and he will say, "Audrey, me, Seirys, and Hercule are here in the plaza. We're looking for you. We don't think it's a real leak. We think it's some type of plot. Where are you?"
A hot second passes.
Ooh, it's something hot in here.
She says, "Oh no, there definitely was a leak, but there's something else here. You guys need to come over here and look at this. I'm over in the Souls Mart."
She says she's in the Souls Mart.
All right.
Niklaus, who are you talking to?
I was talking to Audrey. She says she's in the Souls Mart.
Niklaus, Audrey not here.
I am magic, remember?
No.
Oh, well, I am magic.
Seirys also magic.
Yep.
Neat.
Also very brave.
Oh, Niklaus. I blush.
Okay, to the Souls Mart.
The three of you rush over to the Souls Mart. As you burst in through the automatic doors, I just assume you don't wait for them to open.
No, we used the emergency push to open.
Okay, emergency. You know, I don't know what happens when you actually emergency push the automatic doors.
They just swing open.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The
What a
more,
Who would have
letdown.
thought?
the more
Yeah.
you know.
You see Audrey pop up her head from behind the counter, and she says, "Guys, it's over here."
What's over there? Herker heads in that direction.
Yeah, as he walks, Nicholas is like, "What'd you find?"
The three of you head behind the counter, and you see that there is a magitite line that has been cut, and it seems to be one of these larger ones that powers the entire store. Also next to Audrey, however, is a bomb. And you can see the timer ticking down with some conveniently, because they bought the premium version that has the illusion magitech, so it has like a holographic timer.
Wow.
Fancy.
Fancy.
How much time do we have?
You got 18 seconds.
Oh, that's not much time.
Audrey says, "Guys, I don't know anything about this bomb over here, but I did close the line."
That's good.
Hopefully it'll be a much smaller explosion then.
Yeah, but we gotta figure out what to do with this thing.
Seirys smash?
Not sure that's gonna help.
Does it have like a bunch of wires sticking out?
Yeah, there's a couple of wires.
Can always try cutting the wires.
Seirys cut wires?
Whoever does it, the others should get away. We don't have much time.
Time ticks down to 12 seconds.
Seirys casts Shield of Faith on Niklaus and says, "You can do it."
Okay, everyone get away from me. And I run to the middle of the plaza, furthest away from my other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I try to figure out what of the wires would work.
Niklaus, you just pick up the bomb, and you run towards the center of the plaza. Meanwhile, Seirys, here, what do you guys do? Audrey is right next to you.
So the line is fixed, right?
Yeah, it was definitely cut.
Constance want us to find you. You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Woohoo! Okay, good.
Guys, I think we need to take cover.
Oh,
Is Niklaus gonna be okay?
I don't know. I don't have anything other than healing.
Seirys protect him with magic shield.
Okay. Well, hopefully he figures it out.
We cut back to Niklaus.
So I get ready to cut one of the wires, but I'm carefully examining the magitite lines and the wires and the connections between them to try to determine which of them I need to cut.
Alright, go ahead and do an Arcana check.
And this is the Arcana check.
So I didn't roll well, so I will use another sorcery point. I rolled a 9, so I'm going to use the sorcery point to try to roll again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a different d20. Better. 19. And I want to know how confident I feel in like my deduction before I cut it.
All right. Niklaus, you take a look at the bomb. You see that there's a single, surprisingly high-level magitite source, from which there are several wires leading to other components of the bomb. Those components include, first of all, the illusion magitech that is displaying the timer, and also the delayed fireball that would compose the explodey part of the bomb. A third wire, you're not sure where it leads. Upon closer investigation of the wires and the various components of the bomb, you see that there's a red wire, a green wire, and a yellow wire. But all three of these happen to be mixed in and twisty-turny and sort of like a hot mess. Taking a look at the mechanism, you sort of have a rough guesstimate of your chances with these wires. For the red wire, you feel that there's a 50% chance that if you cut it, the bomb will not explode. For the green wire, there's a 25% chance. And for the yellow wire, there's also a 25% chance.
Bomb.
Do I feel like if I cut one of the wires that is the correct wire, it would be disabled?
Yes.
And if the wrong wire is cut, that it would explode?
Yes.
How much time is left on the illusion?
Got 6 seconds.
Dun.
So as the timer counts down and having only vague inclinations as to what each of the wires does, Niklaus decides to mitigate his risk by simply trying to distance himself and everyone else from the bomb. Recognizing it as a delayed fireball, he knows that the range on it is big, but not that big. So he misty steps 30 feet directly into the air and attempts to throw the bomb as high as he can.
Yeah. In slow motion, you misty step yourself up 30 feet up in the air, and the angle that you're at, it's like you're laying down, like horizontal to the ground, parallel to the ground.
Okay.
And you just straight chuck the bomb up into the air. Go ahead and roll a dexterity improvised weapon check.
I am not proficient with improvised weapons, so it would just be straight dexterity. And I am running out of sorcery points. That's not bad. 18 plus 2 is 20.
Yeah, you chuck a pretty good distance up in the air, and in slow motion, the camera catches your face as you've reached the apex of your misty step. And as the bomb flies up in the air, there's sort of like this moment where the camera pans out and it's you sort of floating slowly downwards. Your back is facing the ground, your arm is outstretched, and the bomb is floating several feet up in front of you. Hey everyone, this is Joey, your occasionally adequate dungeon master, and we've made it to 1 year for the podcast. It really means a lot to us that you're listening and that we can share the fun that we have playing D&D with you. If there's anything you'd like to hear from us or any way you think we can improve, let us know at AA Magic Pod on Twitter or Instagram. Join us next week for a special anniversary episode where we talk about our feelings.